Hey guys, and welcome to Face of Fiction. My name is Melissa, and today we're going to be reviewing a book that I was so stoked to read, and that is Rewrite the Stars by Charleigh Rose. If you've never read Charleigh Rose, she's amazing. Like, I can't say enough good things about her. Her earlier books was wrote with someone else, so I'm not the biggest fan of that book or those books. I'm not sure if there's two or one. I know for sure Misbehaved was wrote with someone else, but Bad Habit and I want to say Bad Intentions was wrote by her, all her, and super amazing. Like, if you have not read her, please pick her up. But this one, we didn't really have a date of when it was going to be dropped. Basically, she pulled like a Jay-Z and was just like, alright guys, it's live. So I was actually on the ARC list, but even the ARC list came out really late because I believe she was getting ready for Love in Vegas book con thing. I don't know what it is, but it's a meet and greet with a whole bunch of the authors. So totally okay with me, because that's awesome that she's meeting her fans and putting so much work in. So just do the damn thing, you know? As long as we get the book, that's all that matters. So, my hair, I'm sorry, it's bad. I don't know what to do with it anymore. So, the book begins with Evangeline, who we learn is pretty much a pretty rich girl. And by her description, I'm thinking like she looks like Charleigh, because if you've ever seen Charleigh, she's got long blonde hair, a heart-shaped face. She's super cute. So automatically I associated Evan with someone that looked like that. And the person that came to mind was Ava, who is Reese Witherspoon and Ryan Phillippe's daughter. Sorry if I butchered his name. So in my mind, I'm thinking Evan is this girl. And Evan basically runs away. Like, she gets in an argument and runs away and ends up finding herself in a carnival and gets pulled into a motorcycle act. And I can't remember what they're called, but they have like a group name, which is kind of cute. But she ends up getting pulled into this act, and she has a moment with one of the motorcycle guys, the hottest one out there. And she ends up getting picked up by the police because she makes the fatal mistake of turning her phone on, and her parents end up finding out where she's at. So the cops come and the guys get in trouble, and they find out she is 16. Yeah. So homeboy was kissing on a minor. Not a good look for him. And she gets home that night and she's with her family, and her family's like, why did you run away? Da 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 da. You know, and she's smoothing things over. And later on that night, someone basically breaks into the hotel that they're staying in, and there is a altercation, and her dad ends up getting thrown down a staircase and basically has back issues, which set the course for the rest of the story. Because we later, it fast forwards another year, we learn that, you know, Evan is dealing with kind of an absent mom and a dad who's addicted to painkillers. Like, her dad, who is a world-renowned doctor, is now, you know, passed out, nodding out from, you know, these things. And Evan ends up going back to the carnival, and again, she meets the guy, and the guy is like, are you, you know, are you still a minor? Blah, 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 blah. And of course she's only 17 at this point, so again, it doesn't really go anywhere, and she goes home. And the final time the carnival comes back, we realize Evan has changed a lot because of the circumstances around her dad. She has changed. She has a completely different attitude. She ends up going to the carnival and again meets with the guy whose name I'm having a total brain fart on. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me get my phone because this is ridiculous. I have to take down my background. How was everyone's Halloween, by the way? I didn't do a whole lot because I just had one of those days where I was just like, babe, I think I just want to lay on the couch and watch scary movies. And we had no trick-or-treaters at all, which was really sad. But I guess, you know, these days and times, I would feel safer if I had small children and going to a trunk-or-treat than going door to door, because you never know. Sebastian. Oh yeah, that's what his name is. Okay, so Sebastian is your typical bad boy, and he wears like the motorcycle jacket, and he's hot. And in the back of my mind, I was thinking of Clint Eastwood's son, whose name, Scott Eastwood, is that his name? Like I instantly thought of Scott Eastwood as Sebastian. And you know, at this point in time, Evan is 18, and even though she's 18, he doesn't make a move on her. They have like this amazing night, and you know, they're packing up to go on the road the next day, and Evan comes home to find out that her dad has basically robbed her of her savings for college, and you know, basically to get out of the house, to move, to get away from all this craziness, to complete his fix. And why is my battery dying? It hasn't been in that long, so let me change that out right now. Okay, much better. So she comes home to that, and it's just the final straw. She's like, I can't do this. I can't be in this house anymore. So she basically packs what she has and joins the carnival. And Sebastian's not that crazy about it. I mean, you can tell that he's just like, because, you know, there's hinting to there's more to the story, but I don't want to get there yet because, you know, it's a story that kind of builds upon itself. But she gets there, and the boys have their own kind of caravan, and it's Eros, Lathan, I can't remember the other guy's name, and Sebastian. And I even like commented to Charlie. I was like, Charlie, I became like such a big fan of Eros. Like, I really hope that he does get a spin-off book because I loved his personality. I loved how playful he was, and I just, in my mind, like, he's delicious. So I do hope that Eros gets his own spin-off, but I digress. So she joins, and there's kind of a black cloud over like the whole situation with her and Sebastian, because something that I didn't really mention was the night that her dad was attacked, there was no sign of a break-in, and her key card got missing when she was hanging out with the guys that first time around. And so there's kind of a slight suspicion that she can't really shake off that maybe Sebastian had something to do with her dad, you know, because they're carnival folk and they were robbed. So So there's that. And then there is just Evan being hurt. She's hurt by life. I mean, I can definitely understand when it comes to having your parents let you down, especially people that you care about like so much. So she ends up becoming a face painter for the carnival, and Sebastian has basically made it clear to her that they are nothing. She cannot go on this carnival expecting them to be boyfriend and girlfriend. He wants nothing from her. You know, she needs to stay in her lane. He's going to stay in his. But of course, we're dealing with other women that are in the carnival that are trying to get in Sebastian's pants, and Sebastian fighting his feelings for Evan. And, you know, it kind of, I don't want to say it's a slow burn, but it's one of the inevitable storylines where you're just like, will you guys get together already? Because you're killing me. It basically comes out that the reason why Sebastian is so, like, you know, cards to the chest kind of person is he feels like there is a curse on his family, the McAllisters. Basically, his dad, his uncle, the dad before, his granddad, they've all died before they were 25 or at 25. So they've all died young. So he fully expects that's going to happen. And he saw how it affected his mom, and he just doesn't want to go down that road with anyone, no matter how much he cares about them. And so we go through, and I'm like trying to remember everything because it has been a couple weeks or a week since I finished this book. And basically, it comes out that who attacked Evan's dad, and it is someone in the carnival. And it was one of those things where I kind of saw it coming. It was just, it took its time getting there kind of thing. It wasn't a huge surprise, so I wasn't like or anything like that, but it was still good in the way it was handled and the reasoning for it, because that was kind of a twist that I didn't really see coming. However, I feel like that there was some foreshadowing in the beginning as to like the intention or why, but I can't for sure remember, and I'm too lazy to pull out the book and like find out directly what it was. So, you know, of course, Evan gets in danger and she is saved, and it was just a really, really satisfying book, especially if you like the whole carny aspect of it. I think I've said before, I really like the show Carnival. I love carousels. I love things that have to do with carnivals and circus. So this was something that was right up my alley. Take that and then put in the fact that Charleigh Rose is the one writing the book, and I would just, I fell in love. And I like prolonged reading it because I loved it. I really did. Like, she did a really good job with this book. But yeah, that was my last read of October, slightly November, because I think I did finish it like the first day of November. But if you, again, have not picked it up, pick it up. She also has Bad Intentions that are in regards to a tattoo artist named Dare, and Bad Habits, who I think is Asher. But those three books are just phenomenal, and I can't say enough good things about her. I get to this point in the book review and I don't know what to say other than read it, read it, read it, read it. Again, as I've said in all my other videos, this month's going to be kind of sucky in regards to reading because of NaNoWriMo. I really, really want to start getting some words down. I've got a good idea. I've been saving a Pinterest board with my storyline on it, which I plan on emailing a good friend of mine today because she was asking me if I was doing it. So I want to see if she did in fact join in and kind of like pick her brain and see what she's doing, and hopefully we can kind of cheer each other on. But again, if you are participating in NaNoWriMo, please write your username down below. I would love to friend you. And yeah, so read Rewrite the Stars, Charleigh Rose, and I hope you have an amazing week. Bye, you guys. Love you.